Alright guys, here we go. I'm doing maintenance on my John Deere 320D skid steer, wheeled. Anyway, so I got in here and changed all the filters, dated them. Right there's the hydraulic. And so got that. This thing had done salt. I'll give you a little history on it. It's from Indiana. The man who delivered it knew the guy that sold it, and I guess he wanted to trade it in for tracked, a tracked machine because he does snow, and they're way better on, God, why won't that zoom out? And they're way better on, pavement and stuff like that. So he tried to trade it in, and I guess they'd only give him, I think he said 18 or 20 for it, so he didn't want to do it, and he put it in the auction, and I won it for 14. So the guy was pretty upset. Don't think he'll be taking his machines to auction, but it was in salt. So, it's not horrible, but you can definitely tell it was in salt. Changed the water separator, fuel filter. I'm in the process, so everything's kind of... I need a torch down here just to heat these bolts up first, but, that's another story. So, greasing everything, going through everything. All of this was greased pretty well. I'm getting like 2 pumps, and it's squirting out the old grease. But look at this. This is from that salt, man. That's not the best thing I've ever seen. But it's not the worst either. I mean... Overall, this machine, and I ran it all day yesterday. Well, not all day. I ran it for about an hour and a half. I was just kind of trying to teach the boy how to operate it. So anyway, good thing. I'm in the, well, here was a bitch. So here's where you change the oil over here. There's a little valve that comes out right up in there. And, so I took it out. This is a keeper. This bolt right there, and then these two just right on the side. Anyway, so I took it out. I could not get that off. So what I had to do was... Oh, shit, it's still leaking a little bit. I had to take it off right there, and it sucked. So I had to take that, this whole plate off. This bolt right here wouldn't come, so I just cut it off. No big deal. I've got another one, and... that will be that. So, anyway, not too big of a deal. But I better put this back on. I just took it out. This has been draining for about 20 minutes. I let it run first. Anyway, this oil, I don't see any metal in it. So that's a good thing, Look at that. Yeah, there's no metal in there. That's my fingerprints are. Yeah, but there's nothing in there. So that's good. I do have a magnet for the bottom of the pan, though. I'm going to put it on there. Just on the exterior. I mean, whatever. I've got one. I'll put it on there. But that's about it. She runs pretty smooth. I'm just going over everything. And, just trying to do preventative maintenance, all my scheduled maintenance on it. One thing, and you guys are going to laugh at me, but I don't care. I'm trying to get this pump to work and I don't know if this line's clogged. I'm going to get the boy back there and see if it actuates, or maybe this line's just clogged. But, whatever. If I can get it, great. If I can't, then I'll order a new one. I want it to work. Anyway, so I'm going to put the boy on getting all this cleaned up. That's his job for the morning. We bought a pretty badass pellet gun for him. I figure this before we get into a 22 or anything. But so yeah, BB's. She took him to go buy it. Anyway, but this thing is, and all it takes is pellets. So you want to? Oh, I left my flashlight on. Look at that. You want to play with the pellet gun? Then you're gonna wash this machine first. Anyway, so that's about it. So I'll give you a little overhaul here of this, or overview of see, you could just tell that salt just ate at stuff, man. But I'm going to pressure wash it, and then I'm going to grind all, not today, but I'm going to grind all this stuff off and just paint it up a little bit. And it ain't got to be perfect. I'm not looking for appearance. I'm looking for, I just want to, the longevity, I don't want shit to rust out too bad. So I got penetrating oil for a bunch of stuff. But anyway, so that came out, and then I did get this off after I got it off. I could really get at it. I didn't want to snap anything in there, and so anyway, you screw this in, and then it's got that keeper on there. Yeah. So anyway, that's what that is, and that's where I had to grind off one of the bolts, but no big deal. And I'm looking at that. Whatever. So, anyway, I'm about to put the oil back in it. Let me show you guys the shop a little bit. So, look at this, first of all. So, all this stuff is auxiliary. It's load, which means it feeds out. Here's a 200 amp direct burial cable. It's aluminum, but not too bad, Anyway, but then look at this. Like, some guy's like, hey, I'll wire it. And then, okay, so the one with 4, instead of just writing with a marker, it's the outlets on the west wall. He did all this. But anyway, I'm not, that doesn't jive with me. So here we go. And I'll put the glasses on and do some video of me bending pipe. I don't know. You guys have never seen me work. I might not even be an electrician, guys, I mean, maybe I just pay a guy to do all this stuff. And no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I'm just putting this run in here, but just so you guys know, and I know I might get a comment if an electrician's watching this, you're not allowed to have 4 bends. 1, 2, 3, 4 in between boxes. Really, I probably should have boxed out up there. But you know what? This is my shop. There's no restrictions. It's not getting inspected. And for what I'm using it for, it's going to work. So this is the first pipe I've ever put in my life that's not getting inspected. You know what I mean? Don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I'm only pulling a couple circuits. I'm also going to, for the heavier stuff, I'm going to run up here. And then that's wide open too, and then I'll just drop down wherever I have to drop down. So, anyway, but then, like, here's the other side of all that Romex that dude ran. Like, look at this, So that's how, like, this one's 1, 2. I mean, I'm sure I could just, or you get a tester and trace it out. I mean, but I don't know. Anyway, all that's coming out. The auxiliary stuff, this goes outside. This stuff over here and over there, it's for their feeders or their water tanks. So that's ran underground and ready to go, and it's there. I'm going to leave that. But all this Romex is coming out. It's just, I'm just not cool with it. And I got a temp light up here. That's just a 400 watt metal halide. But it's pretty bright. And then, so here's my shop. A little overview. That door is 12 foot high, so I'm sure I can get, a tractor or whatever I need to get in there. It's not even up all the way, but that's pretty much it for this. So that's it. Just a little maintenance video. I'm going to do some more videos of the land and all that. And I know it's a mess, but I just moved in here. Like, this is all going to be organized. I'm keeping these shelves. I mean, the guy made them. And, hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. Dab or something. There you go. You're such a dork. You ready to go get some pellets? Yeah. All right, we got to do a little bit of work first. Anyway, so these were here. I'm going to get all this cleaned up. That's the old kitchen that was in the house, but I'm probably in this back corner. I'll salvage whatever, but I'll make my bench and everything. I've got the security guy here now to put the alarm. There's his car over there. But anyway, he's putting an alarm on the house and on the shop, so I'm also going to have to, I'm going to have to finish this pipe run on this trip to get him an outlet at that door so he can plug in the device and all that stuff. And it's wired The alarm system is wired, not satellite or whatever. So it's hardwired. Actually, it's a combination of both. I don't know. I'll get into that after I talk to that guy. But yeah, so that's it. We got some work to do, just getting kind of organized over here. These weed eaters, like that one was mine, but they left us this. Kind of nice, right? You know, it's got the little head on it. But I'm going to get the bigger version, you know, the brush hog. But that'll be good for fences and stuff. And I'm going to hang up some reels and get all that squared away. I mean, I could work in this shop for a week straight and, you know, be close. But anyway, so just a lot of work to do. All right, buddy, what do you got to say? Comment, rate, and subscribe?
Yeah.
I thought you said I'm a dork because I say that.
What?
Like I got to come up with something original?
Something.
All right, well, here's your spot, buddy.
I'm not got anything.
Yeah, all right, so don't mess with me because I don't do it.
Okay.
All right, here's my signature. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to. Do you think I'm a dork for that?
Not really.
Yeah, you do.